What Laura Likes. Today is another homeschool video, and today's video is why we homeschool. I always knew that I was not going to put my kids in preschool. You know, it was more like what were we going to do for kindergarten. Well, kindergarten rolled around and it was the same year that we were getting out of Army. So my daughter would have been in school for 3 months maybe. And not only that, but kindergarten these days in most schools is for an entire day, and there's no way I'm putting my 5-year-old or 6-year-old into school for an entire day. No way. And then I started hearing things about like there's maybe one recess for 20 minutes, or they have homework and backpacks, and it just all felt very wrong on a developmental level. So we decided to homeschool, and we were like, okay, well, we're gonna take this year by year. I don't know what we're gonna do for first grade. We don't know where we're gonna be. We'll reassess then. But once I started homeschooling, I could tell, I knew pretty early on that I wanted to stick with it. And this video is about, you know, like my top reasons why we homeschool. Now, when I started homeschooling, something kind of funny happened is that I got really into teaching my kids about God and about our faith as Catholics. So once I started like weaving the faith in and realizing how deep we could go with the catechism and really making life more about God than it is about what you know, everything just kind of fell into place. So I say my number one reason for homeschooling is our faith, and being able to put their entire life, and well, my entire life, but their entire life is cushioned in this overarching realm of salvation, realm of charity and good acts and kindness and virtues, and everything we do throughout the day reinforces that point. My goal and our goal is that, because my husband and I definitely are a team on this, our goal is to create very strong individuals who are able to speak about their faith and speak about morals and speak about justice and speak about the things that matter well, and to be very firm in who they are before they go out and then have to face criticism and defend their faith and defend their beliefs and do the work that God created them for. And so I just think that we're creating this foundation that is preparing them for the work that they ultimately have to do, that they will be called to do. The second one is freedom. You have so much freedom when you homeschool, especially in the state I'm in. We have freedom to choose when we homeschool. We have freedom to choose what we homeschool. We have freedom to choose how we homeschool. So a lot of my homeschool is faith-based. We homeschool maybe an hour a day, maybe an hour and a half. Some mornings we have it all, you know, we do it really fast in an hour. Other days it's kind of spread out throughout the day because we have errands to run or people get distracted or who cares. There's so much time wasted in public school, and when you homeschool, there's so much freedom because yes, you have to like make it happen, okay? You can't just lay in bed all day and you think school's gonna happen. It's not. You have to, you know, create an environment for learning. You have to buy the curriculum. You have to plan out, at least loosely, you know, what you're gonna do every day. And if you wanna check out some planning tips, I have a video I will put up here that I just kind of like really quickly over the course of like 2 hours put together just a really loose plan of how I wanted to finish the rest of my school year out. So the third thing about homeschooling, why we homeschool, is the sibling bond. So their bond is great. And sure, they fight, but they play way more than they fight. They teach each other, they learn from each other. We get to work on a lot of different character traits and virtues, and my cat's trying to attack the piano. We get to, you know, work on a lot of our virtues and our relationship skills and our social skills amongst each other. And what a better place to do it than like with a lifelong relationship. So, and then the other thing that's so great about when you homeschool and you have multiple children is that all your field trips, all your activities are together. Why don't we all go to the aquarium together, and then next week we'll all go to the zoo together, and then the week after that we'll go to the pool together, or whatever. Like, everything's just together, and I love it. I just feel like God has given me these children, and I want to maintain this unit. So that's the fourth reason we homeschool, is for family. Now, we are a military family, which means that we move sometimes unless you get stuck somewhere, and Ryan deploys sometimes or has field training, and other times he's home for like a 4-day. His schedule is just kind of, sometimes it's really, really busy and sometimes it's more lax. And when we homeschool, we're able to just always be available to him. And the kids are able to see him as much as possible when he is around. So I just think that, especially for this lifestyle, homeschooling makes so much sense because they don't have to worry about like the school schedule. I'm dictating the schedule. Our family is really just dictating the schedule. It depends on just what everyone's needs are and what everyone's schedules are, and it creates this environment again where, and my kids don't know any different, but everything's just about the family. Everything is about family time, quantity time over quality time. You know, you have to be there to catch those moments, people. You can't just, plan a vacation and think that that's gonna make it, because it's not. So much of the bonding that happens in life just comes from being there. I grew up with my dad being home after school, and especially like in the middle school, high school years, we would come home, my sister and I would just talk with him for like an hour, and like he was so patient, and it was just great because it wasn't about quality time. We weren't doing anything other than just like he was cooking and we were talking at him, but it really helped us develop this bond, and listening to your kids makes a huge difference. And it can be hard to shut off your stuff and really listen to your kids, but it's definitely worth it, because here I am 34 years old and I still remember those moments in the kitchen with my dad. Okay, and then the final thing that I just want to say is, I think I touched on this already, but just the idea of creating lifelong learners. I'm never going to teach my child everything, and as a homeschooler, a lot of times you can feel like you're failing your child because you don't have some set plan that like the 3rd grade teacher at a public elementary school has, and you're kind of making your own stuff as you go. You can't teach your kid everything, and you want to teach your kid how to learn. And I think that public school can really kill that love of learning that all children naturally have, because of like the paperwork and the worksheets and the waiting and the boredom and learning about things you don't care about. And so when you homeschool, most of the time they're only learning what they care about, and by doing that, they're gonna want to keep learning. And as they become more and more proficient readers, they can do that on their own. Not to say that I'm not gonna be providing them with a curriculum still and subject matters, but they have so much free time, and I just can't wait to see what this looks like in the upper elementary and like middle school years and high school years. Being able for them to like pick up a book and just read all day if they want to, or my daughter's super into art, so I imagine most of the time she will literally just do art whenever we're not schooling, and you could argue that that is school in and of itself. You guys, I just love homeschooling, and I just hope that everyone knows that you can do this. So with that said, that is why we homeschool, and I would love for you guys to tell me in the comments below like why you homeschool, what's your favorite thing about homeschooling. I know a lot of us love the schedule. I don't have to drop my kids off. I'm just kind of like an anti-schedule person. I think because I was in school for so long and people told me what to do for so long that I just don't really like schedules. But anyway, so you guys, this was Laura for What Laura Likes. If you like this video and you're a homeschooler, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That helps other people find the video, and be sure to share it. If you know someone who is thinking about homeschooling, or you know someone who has like a 3-year-old and they've maybe mentioned they're not sure what they want to do with school, share this video. Maybe they will, whether they're Catholic or not, whether they're Christian or not, so what? Like, that's only my #1, and the rest of the stuff applies to any parent. So do with it what you will. And make sure if you haven't already to subscribe and activate the little bell if you want to get notifications from me. Thanks for stopping by, and I will talk to you again later. Bye.